right, hello everybody. Thank you for joining. I am Riley with the T-Storm Chasers, and we are going to take a look at your forecast. But before we do, here is a brief word from our sponsors at Cube Portable Storage.
What are you doing?
Decluttering?
Moving? Remodeling? In need of temporary storage, emergency cleanup, or just need to declutter? Cube Portable Storage has the perfect solution. Rent your Cube Portable Storage container today.
And don't forget, they got roll-off dumpsters for the other stuff. Call Cube Storage for all your moving needs.
Alright guys, let's jump into today's video. So, as we take a look, let's take a look first at our current temperatures. We are way below normal for this time of the year. We should be in the low 50s, and we are in the upper 30s across most of our region here. 39 degrees right now in Sioux Falls, 36 up in Aberdeen, and then in Minnesota, low to mid 30s, 37 in the cities, 36 in Marshall, and then out down into Iowa, 30s and 40s. 46 in Des Moines, 39 in Fort Dodge, 43 in Sioux City. And then into Nebraska, pretty diverse. We got 40s, 50s, and 60s down in Nebraska. 43 in O'Neill, 55 in Grand Island, 50 in Omaha, and 63 in McCook. And then over into western South Dakota, we got 37 out in Spearfish. We got 43 in Rapid. We got 37 up in Mobridge, 39 in Pierre. So we got 30s and 40s for most of our region. And zooming in here, we do have rain going on. If you've been outside at all today, you have been seeing that we have rain throughout our region. And actually, we have some pretty significant rain here, some heavy rainfall here in the Sioux Falls area. And it's moving through here. Lennox, now into T. Sioux Falls, Brandon. There could be a little bit of lightning associated with this as well. I haven't heard any yet, but at the very least, we're seeing some heavy downpours across the Sioux Falls area. And that'll continue to push its way north and eventually impacting areas north of Sioux Falls. And up by Brookings and points north will be snow. In particular, has been a rough area this morning. And that was a pretty rough area. There was quite a bit of travel issues up there in northeastern South Dakota. I'll get to that in a moment. First, I do want to take a different look here at the radar picture. Alright, so we're going to go through our entire four-state quad-state region. Let's start here with Sioux Falls, and as you can see, the areas shaded in green, yellow, red, that is your rainfall and heavy rain going through Sioux Falls. And if we go pan over to the north and east of Sioux Falls, the area shaded in blue, that is your precip depiction, that is snow. So anywhere in those blue shaded areas, that is where we have snow. Flanger, Pipestone, Brookings, over into southwest Minnesota, Worthington, Jackson, and then extending into Iowa a little bit. Sibley, Spirit Lake, Spencer, all impacted by this snow. But again, the cutoff would be Del Rapids down to Laverne into just east of Sheldon, Iowa. So that is where the cutoff is there. Up towards Brookings, we have snow. If we pan up to the Aberdeen radar, it is mostly rain up here in northeastern South Dakota as of now. Not seeing a whole lot of snow up here. But then if we get towards north central South Dakota, near McIntosh, there is some snow up here, Bison areas, and then out in western South Dakota, Black Hills region, there's a little bit of snow, and then up northwestern South Dakota a little bit. And then if we go over into Minnesota, a lot more rainfall, but the main one right here is your snowfall. Again, that's Pipestone, Worthington, looks to be the heaviest spots for snow. So that gives you a better picture of where the snow is currently at. And will continue to make its way north. Again, this is all moving in a northerly direction. So everything moving north. So any areas north, Marshall, Redwood Falls, Granite Falls, Watertown, all eventually could be impacted by this later on this afternoon and the evening with some snow. So that is the latest there. Now I do want to go ahead and look at a couple of pictures of this snow up in northeastern South Dakota. Alright, so real quick, I do want to show you guys this. This is from the South Dakota Highway Patrol Facebook page. They are saying up in northeastern South Dakota, road conditions not improving. Plows are out there doing the best they can, but the roads are still icy and slushy out there. This particular picture is near Summit. It says if you must travel, slow down, buckle up, pay attention to the roadway. And here's another picture from earlier today. Just give you guys an idea of what it looks like out there in northeastern South Dakota. They had it the worst, it appears, out of all of the areas today. Now it does say here they're starting to tag vehicles, and so the that is near the Summit exit. So that is, obviously a car there in the ditch, but. Yeah, so just be safe out there, folks. If you must travel, just please know what's up there, and please know what's going on up there in terms of the road conditions and those kinds of things. And I do want to mention this too. There is a winter storm warning. I do want to go ahead and show you guys that real quick. That continues for today. So there it is. There's your winter storm warning in pink there, and the areas in blue around it is the winter weather advisory that continues. That is the main story here. Minnesota and northeastern South Dakota is where we are at. That is our region that we cover here. And so northeastern South Dakota in particular is our area of greatest concern at this point. Now let me read you guys quick on this winter storm warning. It does say this is going to be in effect here until 7 p.m. tomorrow. So this is going to go for another 27 hours or so. It says roads, especially bridges and overpasses, will likely become slick and hazardous. Plan on slippery road conditions. Blowing snow could significantly reduce visibility. Hazardous conditions could impact Tuesday evening and Wednesday morning commutes. If you must travel, keep a flashlight, food, water in your vehicle in case of emergency. Latest road conditions on 511. People should consider delaying all travel. Motorists should use extreme caution if travel is absolutely necessary. So that is what they're saying on that. Again, another 2 to 7 inches is possible in northeastern South Dakota into Minnesota. Also, there is possible for ice accumulations around 3/10 of an inch, and so that is what they're saying. Also, wind gusting up to 40 miles per hour. So that is the challenge here, is trying to pick apart, the different areas that these conditions are happening, and it's kind of been off and on. But, northeastern South Dakota getting the worst of it, it appears. So that is the latest there on the hazards. Again, winter storm warning. It does include Aberdeen, Sisseton, Millbank. And that is in effect until, again, tomorrow night at 7 p.m. So we got a ways to go on this. So that is the latest there. Now, let me show you guys the latest on the FutureScan forecast. Real quick, I did want to show you guys this briefly. We do still have that severe weather outlook. That area shaded in darker green, that is your marginal risk, 1 out of 5. That does include Yankton, Vermilion, Sioux City, and down into Nebraska, central and eastern Nebraska, as well as central and southern Iowa. Also, there is that slight risk in southeastern Nebraska and the far southern portion of Iowa. So that is your level 2 out of 5, a little more higher risk. So just keep that in mind, that there still is a slight chance for severe weather across mainly Nebraska and Iowa and south. But, again, Yankton, Vermilion, Sioux City areas still could see some severe weather today, mainly this evening. So that is the latest on that. Now, let me show you guys the latest on FutureScan. All right, so as we look at your FutureScan, so as you take a look, there is rain and snow. North side, there's snow. Southern side of this system, it's rain. And as you take a look, Sioux Falls could, according to this latest on the HRRR model, it does show possibly some snow showers in the Sioux Falls area this evening yet. Could still happen. Now, it would switch back over to rain, and there's your thunderstorms down in Nebraska, and that would move, northeast. And still with that rain going on in Sioux Falls, northern South Dakota into Minnesota, there's your snow on the north end of it. And then on the southern end, you got rain. And Sioux Falls mostly going to get rain out of this system. Could see a few snow flurries, but overall looking at mostly rain. And then southwest Iowa, southeast Nebraska, that is your main focused area for severe thunderstorm activity this evening into tonight. And then maybe some thunder activity tomorrow morning in the Sioux Falls area, as you can see there. Some activity possible. And then farther up north, maybe some freezing rain. Again, ice accumulations are possible here up in northeastern South Dakota into western Minnesota. And the system is not going away. It's going to continue to slowly make its way north. Backside of it, central western South Dakota, more snow. Same with northeastern South Dakota and into Minnesota. And then on the southern end, we got rain and thunderstorm activity. And so that'll continue. And look at there by tomorrow afternoon across the Sioux Falls area with some thunderstorm activity there tomorrow. And then system will finally clear out by tomorrow night into Thursday, and then the system will clear out of our area. So that is the latest there on what our models are thinking here. Again, that's the HRRR. So that is the latest here. Please, just a caution, please be safe out there today and tomorrow. It's going to be a little bit of a rough period for those of you seeing the snow, which is farther up north. Again, northeastern South Dakota, central South Dakota, and even western South Dakota, and then into Minnesota is where we're looking at mostly that snow. Now, for the Sioux Falls area, again, mostly rain. Don't rule out some snow flurries. It's still possible, and maybe some sleet. But that is what we have here. That is the latest. Please be plugged in on the weather over the next couple of days, and please have a safety plan in place if you do travel out in these areas that are snowy. And please continue to follow us on our socials. And that is the latest. Have a good night.